oh, you're tired.
Yeah.
And I went like, oh, you are like breathing heavily.
Yes.
And no pun intended for myself, and I was like, I haven't even started.
Cameron Saaiman, ladies and gentlemen. Cameron Saaiman taking care of business. Wow. That look says it all.
I am joined today by officially the #1 ranked middleweights in the world, Dricus Stillknocks Du Plessis.
That feels good.
It's so great to have you here. It's great to be back home. But I must say, coming from an average of like 42 degrees weather to coming to a South Africa that has never snowed before, but it's now snowing in Joburg. It's terrible.
I have to tell you, like you can hear on my voice, a little bit sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, the jet lag mixed with the hottest weather I've ever felt, then the coldest weather we've ever felt in Pretoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a great combo, but
Yeah.
yeah, well, here I am. I don't need to be healthy right now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we're celebrating.
The immune system is taking shots. whether it's a Castle Light beer or Buffelsfontein Brandewijn, it's taking proper shots. You shocked. Well, you didn't shock us. We knew what's gonna happen, but I think in a lot of critics, you shocked the world. It's insane.
Yeah,
How does it feel?
It feels amazing. You know, even I've watched the fight maybe in the last 2 days because I arrived, like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I've watched the fight maybe just yesterday and the day before 20 times.
Yeah.
And because everybody that comes to my house and like to come and say congratulations or everywhere we go, people are like,
Let's
"Oh,
watch it again.
Let's watch it again. I'm
Let's
like,
watch it
I'm
again."
in. Let's
Yes,
go.
that's awesome.
And every time I watch the fight and I want to watch it again, and I'm like, okay, it's been 20 minutes. At least give it an hour before you watch it again.
Yes.
But I still get that feeling right now where when I think about it,
Yes.
I just go straight to, holy shit,
Yes.
this is amazing.
That is
And
awesome.
I mean, I went with hold my beer
Yeah.
and watch this chick
Well, yeah. Watch this
before
move.
the fight, and just on my post of the weigh-ins, the last post I made before it was, let's go shock the world, and we went out there and we shocked the world.
Yeah.
I was
I think you always use the hashtag prepared to be amazed.
prepared to be amazed.
Yeah, and it's just like that performance was absolutely insane. I think the build up was also perfect. I think we are struggling with the jet lag because we went so much earlier to Vegas. We were there for almost a month.
Almost a month. It's
Almost a
crazy.
month.
Jeez, I was
Okay, so
glad
we
to be
need to
back.
try and look and buy property there, but we stayed in the Palms, which was insane. That was so cool.
That was amazing. Yeah, shout out to the Palms for,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they looked after us
Yeah.
like crazy. We were there for what, I'm thinking 11 days.
Yeah.
And that was just incredible. It was such a cool place. And
Yeah.
then, of course, on fight week, we went to the UFC hotel. But yeah, I mean, it kind of felt like normal when we fought there.
Yes.
Definitely the smarter thing, and now for future reference to go that much earlier, because
Yes.
we didn't know if it's going to be better, but we assumed, and
Yeah.
most certainly was.
Yeah, it worked out. Do you think in the fight you could feel the difference? Like, obviously, the surgery, because I think there was a lot of criticism, but I do think after that performance, like, that played a massive role.
It played a massive role.
That going earlier and obviously just your preparation was on a different level for this fight.
Yes, I stepped it up. You're fighting a guy like Whittaker, but so what? I don't know what to give it credit to now.
Yes,
like is it the surgery?
it's
Is it
so-
the fact that we went so much? Because now people are like, yeah, now for Whittaker he trained hard, but I'm like, I've always trained hard. I promise, I promise. And
It's
now
like
I
when
don't know why am I. And also, I had we changed the plan on my conditioning plan. We changed my conditioning plan. Not everything. We just added some stuff in. We did some tests. We got some results.
Yeah.
And those boring sessions that nobody likes to do, the blue zone stuff.
The aerobic base sessions, yeah.
Man, that's
I can
mean,
see the
story of my life.
PTSD in your
Yeah, no, it's like I want to go full speed, hard, train as hard as I can, and every session I do, and you know, it's hard to understand that science, especially when you have the mindset that we want to go hard. The way, if you look at the way I fight, you fight, you know, Coach Monet, how he trains us, we go hard.
Yeah.
And when I do strength and conditioning, I want to do exactly the same. And sometimes you do need those sessions where you don't. And my brain struggled to comprehend it, and that's why. So I don't know what we're giving credit to, but you know, at the end of the day, the combination of doing all the small things right, like going a little bit earlier.
Yes.
My nose getting it operated. When you
Yes.
have to,
Yeah.
And you know, the conditioning and you know, adapting to how the sport is evolving.
Yes.
I felt so good in that fight.
It looked like
I'm talking about. When I saw Whittaker getting tired, the first time was maybe halfway into the first round.
Yes.
Not tired. He didn't look completely gassed or anything. I could just see.
you just saw a little crack.
I just saw how he was breathing and
Yeah.
I saw how he was moving, his body language. That was just after the takedown, and I
Yeah.
got up.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, you're tired.
Yeah.
And I went like, oh, you are like breathing heavily.
Yes.
And no pun intended for myself, but. And I was like, I haven't even started. I haven't even started to like go. I was still, you know, downloading data.
Yes.
And but he is so good.
Yeah, he's absolutely insane.
He's
I
so
do,
good.
because I do think that it's weird. Like it's when you're sick and you're taking 7 different medications, then you're like, fuck, which one is actually working? Which one is doing the
exactly,
job?
and
So you're like-
no, that was it. But
But like you said, I think it is the small. I think
the
it is the
combination
small.
of doing the small stuff adds up to one big event.
100%.
But
So we had a great stay in the Palms. Going earlier, I must say, for someone that gets homesick quite quickly, it was rough. Like mentally, it's quite tough to
it was
Yeah.
definitely, especially
in that
after
heat.
the fight.
Yeah.
After the fight, because I usually like to stay a little bit longer to enjoy my celebrations and in the place that I fight at.
Yes.
And enjoy that place for what it is, because that's a big part of what we're doing here, and being able to live our dream is we get to see the world.
Yeah.
Well, and get paid to go fight up.
Yeah.
So, but we have seen a lot of Vegas, and I mean it's Vegas. Who doesn't want to celebrate there? But after this one, I did miss my first flight.
Yeah.
But that wasn't because I wanted. I wanted to. It was by accident. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to come home. I wanted to come home after this. Like you said, we were almost there for a month, and it gets tough because you know the people that, well, for me and for yourself, you know, we all have people that we do this for. People we love, the people, my parents, I was so lucky that both my brothers flew in for the fight.
Yeah.
My friends, and there was a lot of them there, our teammates.
Yeah.
But you know, I want to celebrate this with the people that are here. Everybody's here. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky that there were people there that I want to celebrate with too. Like, you know, Etas, Dirk, all those guys.
Yeah, I
that came
didn't
in.
realize how many guys flew in for the fight.
Wow.
It was insane.
And the hooligan Johan Horan was there.
Gordon was there, obviously. So,
I mean,
it's
it's awesome to have that experience as
that
well.
helps having them there as well.
It helps.
You don't
It
want
helps a
to
lot.
you don't want to fight there and then be alone after the fight,
Oh.
because then you want to come home earlier. So in the fight itself, just obviously let's go to the ceremonial weigh-ins. How crazy was that? Because I've never seen that. Like even the Jones card wasn't that full for a ceremonial weigh-ins.
Wow.
It was
insane,
It
and-
was insane.
It was just one of those cards. As the first fight started, I went, nice, cool. First fight of the night, probably somebody's getting cool. 1 performance bonus gone.
Yeah,
Second fight,
there was
another-
the 17-second knockout.
yes, and then I'm like, not a performance bonus. I'm like, now I have to make this a long fight because fight of the night, and then you come up and just make it. I was like, and I remember just when I walked into the arena because I was still at the hotel.
Yes, I was walking out.
Yeah, and I
We
just
did
said, "Hey, no pressure, thanks." Like,
Yeah,
if there was another performance bonus left, you just took it.
yeah,
And you know, but the whole card was absolutely
That was
insane.
one of the best cards of the year.
That was,
It's-
and you know, it was weird because media-wise, I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Media, just talking about in terms of hype, in terms of
yes,
this was a fight fan-friendly card.
Yeah,
it wasn't
very.
just this wasn't one of those cards where you have a card of for people like who are enjoying the show or the entertainment value of the pre-fight hype. All
Yeah.
that there was none of that. I mean, you had Brandon Moreno, the nicest guy on earth.
Yeah.
Hero Rodriguez, the nicest other guy on earth.
yes,
Robert Whittaker, the other nice guy on earth.
Yeah.
Even, you know, everybody likes Rob. I like Rob.
yeah, Hy's a corky. Hy's a corky.
Yes.
Oh, Dan just crawled under the cameras.
Nobody even saw you.
Yeah.
Like it, Dan. Terwyl jy is, kry gou terug hier by my bier en asseblief.
Ja, nou kan jy hierdie keer net stap.
Jy was in.
Kry vir jou 'n bier. Ja, it is
Cheers, bro. Baie dankie.
we you had almost it was a star stacked card, but it was in the media's eye, and I think also from the UFC side, a lot of the pushing. I think you guys were the people's main event, 100%. That was the fight people
I
wanted
have
to
to
watch.
say, I really felt some that myself and Rob, the fight was because there was such high stakes in this fight.
Yeah.
The Rob fight, and obviously people were like, I think why people wanted to see this, they were like, we just saw Rob absolutely dismantle Marvin Vittori. He killed. It looked like it was a mismatch. Vittori has went the distance twice with Adesanya.
Yeah.
So people are like, Vittori is good.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
Rob
obliterated him. Yeah.
That was.
So if you're doing the MMA math, you're like, okay, he beats him a lot. He goes to decision twice with Adesanya. The math,
and then
he's
you
gonna
have
have
me
to pull
who's
out.
like, they're getting tired the whole time.
But now you have the new nose and
No,
everything.
and went earlier and all that. But it was just, so many people were like, Rob is going, because people definitely counted me out for this fight. And
How was your mentality? Because obviously that happens. You see that. You're on social media. What is your first initial type of response when you see negative comments, when you see people writing you off? What is your thought process?
For me, for this fight especially, mentally, what we worked on with my mental coach was also that stuff doesn't bother me. I don't think I would say this was a tough one.
Yeah.
This was for anybody. This would be a tough one in terms of how much people discredited everything I've ever done.
Yes.
And people wrote me. They didn't say that Dricus is losing this fight. I don't have a problem with that because if I was just a fan, I would have also gone for Rob because Rob doesn't lose to anybody.
Yes.
He hasn't for 10 years,
and he doesn't get finished.
Never.
Yes.
Rob Whittaker has not lost against anybody other than the champion. So as a betting man, I understand. I understand that I was the underdog. I understand that it was the people who discredited everything that I've done. And who didn't say Dricus is losing this fight. The people who went, he is such a shit fighter. He's definitely losing. And for me, I was like, it's funny because I promise you guys I'm going to win.
Yeah.
I'm really going to win.
I'm pretty confident in myself.
I'm like, I know I'm going to win. You're going to look really stupid.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I really felt that I was.
Is that why you also said after the fight, they don't know what we know?
They don't know what we know because what I've said it so many times, but I think now people are going to start saying, okay, let's look into this style. Because now I started seeing breakdowns after the fight. People say,
now it's
look at how amazing he does this and this. And I'm like, just before this fight, people were like, this is the bullshit.
Now drawing on a tablet. Now, if you see him breathing here heavily, it's because of a method he uses to set up the left hand.
Yes, exactly. So the mental space for me was, I didn't really care about proving anybody wrong.
Yeah.
I was really fixated on proving the people who
that believe
when
in
I
you.
said they don't know what we know.
Yeah.
Those people who know what we know, I want to prove them right. My team, my coaches, my family, my friends, the people who I do this for.
Yeah.
The people that believe in me. That is what my whole mentality was. I wanted them to give them the satisfaction of going,
yeah,
we told you.
You see?
Yeah. So for me, I didn't have that like, I told you.
Yeah.
I wanted to give them that satisfaction and almost as a gift and for thank you for the support and the amazing for backing me through all this against a guy like Robert Whittaker.
Yeah. But it's great. It's like saying, okay, anyone can lose a fight at any stage. It's the game of inches, but it's like not going into if someone discredits your previous performances, that's where you're like, hey, that's
come on,
kind of
guys.
offensive. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
It's
like, look at my record.
call
I didn't
me-
get lucky 20 times.
It's like in my case,
Maybe
it's
like 4 times
call
out of
me-
those 20 times I
yeah.
got lucky.
Call me Ellen DeGeneres, call me, whatever. Say I'm a shit fighter, say I'm a twink, but don't tell me, and we'll pull this up. Check this comment. Anyone ever say to you that you look like Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek? I'm like, hey, that's
Did somebody tell you
yeah,
that?
yeah. This Lelik.
That is really not nice.
Yeah. But it's like there's some things that you can deal with. It's like
It's so funny.
it's like call me a shit fighter, but hey, moenie vir my sê ek's lelik nie. Dis vies like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to go the other direction.
yeah, call me ugly, but don't
Yeah,
call me
ugly,
stupid.
but don't call me stupid. I was elected to read, not to read.
That's awesome. I also want to show you this photo. So we were actually sitting in a bar because we got chased out of the venue, obviously. We were sitting in a watch bar. That's Henny and I. So we'll also just pull up the photo.
Oh, that is so good.
And that is we just looked at each other, we grabbed each other.
People were not like. Okay.
So that's very interesting because we chatted about this on the episode that we shot. Before the fight, Team Whittaker. Like the whole bar, we were the only, because Henny and I,
Vegas.
and yeah, because Henny and I were like,
everyone.
Henny and I told Henny, I'm prepared to get a win and a loss tonight. Like,
Let's
if
go down.
We're
We're
winning the
throwing
fight,
down.
but if we're throwing down in this bar, I don't like our chances. So it was
1-1.
But after the first round, it was you could see the whole.
People were like,
Everyone just started turning, and it was great to see. Then you jumped over the cage, you greeted Trump. Then they turned back to Rob.
oh, they went back.
Yeah,
to
they
Rob.
were like, nah, they don't like that. Then when you said, I'm from Africa, but I ain't no brother of yours, then they were Team
they
Stillknocks. Yeah.
So
they
I see a
sprang
lot
back.
of disloyal fans here.
Yeah,
Jumping fence like three times.
100%.
Can I just say that I think Donald Trump is a hero. of mine.
That's actually that's what I wanted to ask you. Was it a conscious decision to go greet him? Like, did you want to do that?
I didn't know that. I saw when he walked out, doing the cool walkout
Yeah, he's
to
like,
Kid
"What's
Rock.
up,
How
what's
cool is
up?"
that?
Yeah.
What a guy. And I didn't even think about it. And I remember they told me, you are getting fined $10,000.
Do not climb on the cage.
If they said, do not climb on the cage, I was like, I'm definitely climbing on the cage. I do it every fight. And then they're like, but if you jump over this fence,
Yeah.
$10,000 fine. I went, yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
And I said, can you stop saying that repeatedly? I have never jumped the fence.
Yes.
I am not going to jump the fence.
Yeah.
Why would I jump the fence?
And your brain short circuit.
And, after the win, I got on the cage, everything. And I just saw Trump sitting there and he was like, he clapping before the fight.
yes.
He looked at me and he went, good luck. And I was like, wow.
Yeah,
Because
that's
he
good.
sat right there with Dana.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, that is Donald Trump. And I looked around at Coach and my corner, my brother and Dricus, and I told them, did you guys see that? That's Trump. He told me good luck. He just
Yeah.
told me good luck. And they were like, yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So for me, that was a massive moment. I just thought, he's going to be president again and he's going to pardon me. So I'm just going to jump over the
Yeah,
fence.
yeah. Okay, so you're willing to take the fine to just
I mean,
Donald Trump, we know you're watching. Just pay the fine for him, please. I think
that'll be very much appreciated.
yeah, because
But I mean,
The
if not,
$10
I mean, it would be,
yeah.
let's just think about it that way. I mean, I got to shake Donald Trump's hand.
Yeah.
It,
Let's
it
see the
was one of the
positives.
coolest thing, and I mean, let's see.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Maybe they don't find me.
Yeah. They're probably gonna.
They're probably gonna.
Yeah. In the fight, I told Henny after the first round, the facial expression of Rob just changed.
I
Black and white.
like I said, I honestly got it where, he took me down. I went for the guillotine, and I wanted to flip him, and the cage was right there, the same like in your fight. Like
Yes.
but you had a nice angle with it.
Yeah.
You had a really good angle, and as I flipped him, and obviously it's Rob. He is so good.
Yeah.
I just want to say that again because I had him in the guillotine. I wanted to flip, and he was supposed to flip.
Yeah.
And the cage, I couldn't get it in deep enough because the cage was right at my back, and he flipped around. And as he flipped around, I went for a triangle.
Yes.
yeah,
Like
right,
you,
I
like
went
you
for
do,
that.
like you
Like I
do
do.
every fight. You do something like a toe hold or an ankle lock, like that we never train.
I've done that.
Never.
So many. I've done it twice in a row. But so I went for this triangle and against a guy like Robin. You obviously like when you're fighting a guy like Robin, like this is probably not gonna.
Yeah.
You know, Robert Whittaker doesn't get caught by triangles.
In
He's
the
a really hard-
visualization sessions, I
Not
think that's the
one-
that's the
not
last
one
one. You do.
visualization session of me catching him in a triangle, but whatever. That was not the game plan for this fight.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, and it was, and I could feel physically I'm just stronger. And as I went for it, I could get my head off the center line like we trained with Coach Neil, and I got back up against the fence. And as I got up, I could just stand up quite easily.
Yeah. That's
And
in
I
the first
felt-
round.
That was in the first round.
Yeah,
and
halfway
could-
through the first round.
And as I stood up, I just pushed him away, and I saw he almost like didn't want to be involved in that
In that exchange.
exchange. And I honestly thought that Rob was going to shoot in the first round to try and make me tired because
Yeah.
of the cardio
Yeah.
problem I had.
Yeah.
And he didn't want any of that as soon, but he initiated that takedown. But then he just disengaged from like the physicality.
Yeah.
He literally, I could see he didn't want to do that physical fight anymore. And he's holding me in it. That's where I realized, oh, you're tired.
Yeah.
Oh, you are more tired than me.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't at all, even a little bit tired at that stage of the fight. And I could just see his whole body language went into defensive mode more than, and that's when I started gaining that momentum.
That's awesome.
Second round, I saw, obviously
Sorry,
got the
before
cut.
the second round, the break. What was your mindset? What was coach telling you in the break? What was the mindset going into that second round?
Obviously went into the break with a lot of confidence because I caught him with that big elbow on the ground, and I could feel, on the ground I have this. On the ground I am by far, I'm just too strong, and my grappling exchanges I won those by far. And I landed a big elbow that cut him, and I had him in big trouble. But just if that round was a little bit longer, I think I could have maybe finished the fight.
Yeah.
But and I went into the corner knowing,
You're like,
this
okay,
is great.
one in the bag.
One in the bag. And,
Yes.
well, I didn't know if I won the round because of, everything's happening fast. And he landed a takedown. I would say in the first half of the first round, he was winning
So
the fight.
you know on the judge after the fight, you know that you won that round.
I only saw that after the fight.
Okay,
I was like,
yes, yeah.
what? Crazy,
Yeah.
because coach definitely told me that I lost the round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's
That's a good
better
thing. That's a
than
good
telling
thing.
you winning rounds that you're not.
Yes, exactly. And for me, I was like, the first half of the round, I might have lost. I think if you go watch the fight again, my activity was there, but I was downloading. I wasn't
Yes.
throwing to land. I was trying to see what's happening.
Yeah.
And when I saw that big cut, and after the flurry in that first round, I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I
The
thought,
momentum
okay.
is with you.
Yeah, and I could feel that I'm physically stronger.
Yeah.
If all else fails and I get my hands on him, I got it.
What was coach telling you in the
Coach
corner?
was saying, listen, the wrestling and grappling exchanges, that's our easiest way to victory.
Yeah.
And feel me to breathe. But I started talking to him. I said, I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
breathing. I'm feeling good. I'm really feeling good. And where the big shift in my mind was of this fight is much closer to being over than I originally thought.
Yes.
Was when I got up from the chair and they told me, like, okay, seconds out, get up.
Yes.
And I immediately stood up, and I wasn't tired. I was literally just getting up, and I saw Rob still
Yeah.
on his
he's-
chair.
Yes.
And I was looking at him, and he looked tired on that. Or I don't know if he was tired or he was rocked. I don't know.
Yes.
He just looked like he's not having a good time right now.
Because in those few seconds where the ref told you to and go, the camera panned to him, and
Yes.
you could see in his face. It's just like
You know what
this-
happened is I went like this for the crowd,
Yes,
and
yeah.
the crowd started going crazy
yes.
because this was
But-
a good fight. And I looked at him,
It
and he
was-
literally looked down. I was like,
Yeah.
my man looks. He doesn't. He
That's
doesn't
where I
look
told
like.
Henny, I was like, this man is in trouble. He's getting finished.
And then obviously in that second round, you could just see it from the word get go.
Yeah.
I would say in the first maybe 30 seconds, he was still like coming
Yeah.
for me and coming forward and trying to put on his own offense. But at that stage, I feel I had so much momentum, and my mentality shifted completely from watching what he does and figuring it out to knowing what he does. I figured out his timing, figured out knowing, and then I went like, this is the key to victory. I remember telling coach in the break, I can see the big shot coming. I landed it twice.
Yeah.
That exact jab in the first round. I
Did
landed
you
it
ever
twice.
think it was going to be a jab?
I
Like
did
in the
not.
build-up of the fight?
No, I thought after the jab, that left hand was gonna.
Yeah.
As he came in, because I landed it twice with him coming in the first round, but not clean.
Yeah.
And the second round, I just felt that jab's landing the whole time because he steps inside. So when I'm coming over, and then with you want your
'Cause
foot
you-
inside with the
in
jab,
the-
but you want it outside if you want to land the left.
Yes.
So I just went outside, and I was 100% certain that I'm gonna throw the jab, but because what he does really well is step back.
Yes.
He does this because his foot works so good. Like he has that karate base.
Yeah.
Like moving out of range.
Yeah.
You think you can have him, but you don't.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, cool. I have to fake the jab, throw the jab,
And then
fake a jab, and then boom to get closer for that left
close
hand.
that gap.
And I had to wait for him to come in. As I went, he came forward.
Yeah.
And just right into that. And I said, oh, didn't even land there. But I was so shocked because I tried to.
Yes, because you threw the jab.
He threw his left hook.
Yeah, and you almost went back when you saw him rocked. Did you think, okay, it's done?
When I saw him, and I was like, whoo. I was like, oh, because I could feel the jab. It was a hard jab.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was gonna, because he didn't look just like, whoa, wobbled. He looked in trouble.
Yes.
I have that killer instinct in me, and I could see he's not just rocked, he is in trouble.
Yeah.
And obviously wanted to go for the head kick. You'll see in the fight. I faked the head kick.
Yes.
Well, I didn't fake it.
But you
I
threw
wanted
a
to
leg
throw.
kick as well.
And as soon as I wanted to go for the head kick, because when he got up, the first thing you can do is you're going to shell up,
Yes.
protect the head. That's what you're going to do. And I immediately thought, leave the head kick. And I stopped halfway. And I said, where I can land a decent low kick right now. Like getting
right
like
there.
really injuring him
Yeah.
for the fight. Like get him is the proper kick is if I can. He's not even worrying about a leg kick right now.
Yeah,
he just
he's
wants
protecting his jaw.
His jaw.
Yeah.
So, and I just went that low kick landed so hard. And then when I landed it, I could see he was getting on that bicycle.
Yeah.
And I said, nah, let's go.
Come here.
The old school Dricus, lunging
Yeah.
forward.
Yes. Because
Getting that
even
finish.
when you got him against the cage, you like ran into him. He's like, and then you made space.
No space to catch him,
go
and
finish.
obviously that body shot came in.
that body
Oh,
shot was beautiful.
The timing was perfect. It was
The-
because he was standing, and that's why I ran into him also, because I didn't want to give him enough space to shoot for the takedown.
Yeah.
Because I was scared. Obviously, Robert's good wrestling. If he shoots on me now, this is an opportunity missed. And that's why I had my hand out
Yes.
and looking for spaces, and I saw the opening.
The body.
With that body, he immediately crumbled.
So I remember you told me the story of training at Sanford, where now Killcliff FC.
Killcliff.
Yeah, but when you guys train there and you drop someone with a body shot, you need to stop the training and you need to go ring the bell. Ring the
You
bell.
have to ring the
When
bell.
you threw that body shot, I was like, oh,
Go ring the bell, go ring the bell.
Yeah, because you probably, that's when he...
Yeah, that's when
came in.
because it was hard to really open up because you don't want to overcommit and then get taken down or let him grab you.
Of course.
When you have him hurt like that, but the body shot just put him. That's when the knee dropped to the mat, and that was the finishing touch. if you
Awesome.
call it like
That's
that.
sick. That's
Well,
great.
but I mean, once again, like I thought Whittaker was good. I knew he was good.
Yeah.
I've always known he was good. And before this fight, I knew I was up against a great fighter. But I always thought he was good. Now I know he's great.
Yes. Yeah.
He's hard to hit. He's super
Yes.
fast. He hits that left hook with. If he catches you,
Yeah.
you're going down.
How was his punch power? Because there were a few shots
It was
blocked well.
interesting because I feel his right power hand was not as hard as I thought.
Yeah.
But his that lead hook, because he throws it with his whole body weight as he lunges in.
Okay.
I'm glad my hands were up.
Yeah, yes. Because it looked like you had a very high guard.
Yes.
You were up there, but you didn't look phased at all.
Yes.
So-
The game plan worked out perfect.
Yes.
The game plan worked out perfectly. If you look at Rob's fight, you don't see Rob going to the body.
Yeah.
You don't see Rob going to the body a lot, and that's why I was a little bit. I said, cool. If he goes to the body once or twice, cool. But
Yeah.
Rob, if you look at his fights, his body strikes are almost always single digits.
Yes.
Almost always.
Okay.
So
Keep that high guard.
and I got, and of course, that signature Robert Whittaker 1-2 head kick.
Yes. Yeah. Classic. Yeah.
any reason you've ever needed to, that's why the guard was so high, because he
Yeah.
does that thing hard. And when he threw it, I was like, there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it was so cool because I heard his corner shouting. It's there because obviously when he moves to he only does it when he moves to his open side.
Yeah.
And as I would bait him to do it, I would go to the open side. And when I see him coming forward, now he's going to do it, I go to the close side again.
Yes.
And as I was moving to the open side, I heard his corner saying, there it is. And I knew that was the code word for them, for that move. And he immediately threw that 1-2. And I blocked it. And I'm like,
So-
it is hard. I understand why
Yeah.
people have been going down from that.
So
He kicks
unlike
hard.
in high school, the homework was done, obviously, beforehand. We were also chatting, Yosh and I were chatting about the game plan coming into the fight, because I think that's where a lot of the guys now all of a sudden have like game plan, like not only like your technique and your pace and your fitness, but the game plan it looked picture perfect.
The game plan works
Do you
so
think it went according to plan, exactly how you thought it was initially planned with Coach?
Yes, I think all props to Coach Monet first. So he came up with his game plan, and I always listen to him.
Yeah.
That's why you have a coach. That you have
Yes.
to respect his decision, and obviously we discuss what we think is the best. And when he came out with the absolute statement of, we're gonna do this fight 80 to 90% southpaw. We can switch because we always switch,
Yes.
but we're gonna fight this fight southpaw.
Yeah,
I thought, okay. I'm like, no, listen.
the
I'm
best
not-
guy I've ever fought, so I'm gonna
by
fight
far.
him. So I'm gonna fight him on my weak
And
side.
I'm like, okay, let's fight him on the weak side. And
Sure.
well, technically, I don't have a weak side, but
yeah.
but that's a big to switch it around from fighting. I would say 70% orthodox
Yes.
and switching. I do switch a lot. We all switch a lot, but
Yeah.
now fighting, saying predominantly southpaw, because we saw the potential to hit him. And that's a very weird statement, because why would you say that? Because you beat Darren Till, southpaw.
Yes.
Marvin Vittori, southpaw.
Yes.
He beat Calvin Gastelum. Wow, he
South.
destroyed
Yeah.
Calvin Gastelum, southpaw.
Southpaw.
And if you
So
look at
the
the first
stats-
knockout of Izzy, that was not southpaw. He knocked him out with a left hook in
Yeah.
orthodox stance. And also, but when he got caught
Yeah.
in
it
those
was
fights,
fun.
and also when you look at the Cannonier fight, Cannonier rocked him in the last 10 seconds of their fight with the exact same shot that I did, that
Yeah.
I dropped him with.
Yes.
Exactly that jab. He rocked him with that exact
From
jab
Southpaw.
from southpaw.
Yeah.
So, it was
That's sick.
and people ask me like, where's the holes in Robert Whittaker's game? I'm like, there's no holes in Robert Whittaker's game.
Yeah.
The only thing I can do is fight a great fight and force mistakes.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's.
But yeah,
that's
Coach
picture
came up with
perfect.
it, and we started
Because
the
I remember
first
the
2
first
weeks. I was
time-
like,
Yeah, because the first time he told you, when the fight got announced at that first training session, he was like, "Yo, we're fighting from Southpaw." Exactly
Yeah.
that facial expression. I was like, "Huh, okay,
I was like, all right, no, I'm in.
yeah,
Let's
sure,
do it.
yeah."
Hey, geez, why did we just?
Yeah. It just, I think that speaks volumes to
How great he is.
he's amazing.
Yeah,
and I
I
think
mean-
like still to this day, and I think you get it more than I do, but just how many times we get asked when are we moving to the States, and it's just like, I think we're good here. I think-
We're doing something special, and the style, the odd style, the best worst fighter in the UFC
yeah, the
in the house. That style is created by our great coach
yeah,
and our great team.
yeah,
So, and that's something that's unique to us. Obviously you look like a ninja when you compare it to me, but this whole style that we have, and people would like to ask, what is that style exactly? It's such an MMA based style that we are ready to attack you from everywhere. We're always ready. We can do it, shoot for a takedown. We
Yeah.
can
always on the offense.
we can always strike.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Always being in a position where you can strike, land a strike, and well, mine looks a bit more weird than yours, but at the end of the day, that's what my style is. I saw it. That's why I have the most significant strikes landed per minute in the history of the middleweight division.
Yeah,
That is an amazing stat to
yeah,
see.
that's a great one to have.
I'm like, I had to like to be like,
Yeah,
did you hear
yeah.
about that? I only saw it when I rewatched the fight at home, but that is because we are in a position to strike and land and attack
Yeah.
At any given moment in the fight, whether we're
And-
grappling, wrestling, or striking.
Yeah, and just if someone says you look tired, you're putting out more volume than anyone else.
Yeah, well, I mean
so-
that's significant strikes. That means if you go on per minute, that means every 9 seconds.
yeah, a shot is landing.
So
hard.
I think it's like 6.7 strikes per minute.
Yeah,
Significant strike. So every 9 seconds you're eating a significant strike.
Yeah. A proper, not even a setup strike.
No,
it's
like a significant, like,
one. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, a big topic of discussion was the antics afterwards. So, Dana came into the cage. I think he said something to you, if I remember correctly. Said something or came into the cage, then went out, got Izzy, brought him in. Did he ask you if he can come in, or what? What was that? What was that exchange?
No, they didn't ask me. As far as I know, Dana and Hunter and I think Mick, they had a little bit of a like, is this a good idea? Is it not a good idea?
Yes,
because
Izzy was drunk, so it's just like
yeah, well,
yeah.
yeah, he was drunk. I guess I hope so for his part. But
Yeah.
either way, they were just like, is this a good idea? Because they didn't want to take the moment away from myself and Rob, and
Yeah.
which I understand, but it didn't feel like that to me.
Okay.
To me, it felt like, give me my next target.
That was definitely my next question. Was like, if you could have done it again,
Yes.
would you want him to enter the cage?
Yes.
Okay.
So, because I said it before, and I hope he gets in that cage because he'll feel my energy when I'm in that cage.
Yes.
He's going to see how big I am
Yeah.
in that cage. Now, I've seen him in that cage and I felt this energy. You know, there's only one time you see your opponent in a cage,
Yes.
and that's when you fight him.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen him before the fight.
Yeah.
Now, I felt what he feels like in the cage, and he's in.
Data's downloaded as well.
My man is in trouble.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that. And he knows it. You feel that energy.
Well,
doesn't he?
that's how you
Especially that energy that you're feeling after you've just knocked out Robert Whittaker.
Yeah. Well, it looked like I think in the way he behaved, it was not. He was not arraying confidence when he was when he was in the cage as well. And obviously his comments, he's taking a lot of criticism for what he was
And
shouting on the
rightfully
mic.
so.
Yeah, and there are kids watching fights.
Yeah, there's
Like,
kids
don't
watching
do
fight.
that.
There's people.
Yeah.
You know, there's people looking up to you as a champion, I believe, and that was my statement afterwards, saying you're behaving like a child and a clown. Behave like a man.
Yeah.
You are an example to people all over the world. You're one of the biggest stars in sports, not only in this sport, in sports.
Yeah.
So, you know, he talked about divide somewhere in this whole saga, but you know, doing something going with racial slurs,
Yeah.
which does not belong in sports.
Yeah.
It does not belong. Well, it doesn't belong in the world, in my opinion. I do not want that a part of anything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
This sport is so amazing, and it's given so many people so much things, and bringing race, color, you know, with racial slurs, all of that stuff into it, immediately made me like, I don't want to be a part of this, and that's why I
that's
just
why
walked
you-
away,
yeah.
because I'm not gonna engage in that, because that is not the example I want to set for people. That is not what my message to anybody in the world is. So, you know, I guess he can do whatever he wants. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Dana said it, like he can say whatever he wants, and yeah, he can. I'm just not. That's
You're not
not.
going to entertain that.
I'm not entertaining that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not entertaining any talk about the racial slurs. I'm not even that he's been using. I'm not, and it doesn't bother me. People are always like, "Are you offended?" I'm like, "No, it doesn't offend me."
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't offend me. It has no effect on me.
Yeah.
What it does do is, it, you know, people that are looking up to me sees that too.
Yes, of course.
The people that I try to influence
Well-
see that too, and I don't want to be any part of that.
Yeah, well, I think the only thing that people saw from your side was when you said, like, I'm African, but I ain't no brother of yours.
Yeah.
Which was the perfect reply. Did you plan that beforehand? Because that was I in the bar we sat at, the crowd just
Like,
they were Team Stillknocks.
Yeah,
So,
but I don't know. No. I mean, I didn't even know like this whole situation was going to play out that way. But
yeah.
yeah, it's yeah. Well, I guess yeah. What a one-liner.
Yeah.
Put that shit on a t-shirt.
Yeah, put that on a t-shirt. Yeah, no, that was literally picture perfect. It was a picture perfect performance. It was great to see that, and it was also we went 3-0. The Springboks obliterated Australia, and then it's just
MSP,
and
then DDP.
and then DDP. It was picture perfect.
Bafana had ook geweest.
Bafana. They was really.
Who did they play?
Fucking Botswana.
And Bafana beat Botswana, so we went forward.
I'm sorry, I'm not a big soccer watcher.
I'm also
guy,
not a
so
soccer watcher.
I don't know.
Ik heb het gezien op internet.
Dan, obviously,
Yeah, Dan is a massive soccer
and
fan.
I'm happy for him, but I don't watch.
He looks
football.
like a soccer fan. Yeah.
You're gonna offend a lot of people if you.
Yeah.
I'm out.
But it's great. Are you going on holiday? Because I'm flying next week.
Where you going?
I'm going to Cape Town. Then I'm doing a small little road trip to George, visiting
Beautiful.
family.
And
Yeah, just that. Yeah. Don't you do me like that?
no, yes, I want to do a holiday. I want to maybe do I want to do a trip. I want to definitely do a trip. It's just hard right now because there's a lot of work to be done.
Yes,
you know?
yeah.
People think that after the fight, that's when there's a lot of hard work that starts after the fight. And
Yeah.
it's your responsibility. So,
Yeah.
you know, obviously with the gym and making sure that I help the guys in the gym that help me prepare, and also, there's a lot of responsibilities to take care of in terms of media, interviews, all that kind of stuff. But it's great. It's great. But I'm definitely gonna have to go on a little holiday. I've been active.
Yes.
We've been active.
We've been
very, very, very active, fighting the whole time.
Yeah.
Actually, and you need to celebrate these moments. People. That was one thing that I thought. Like when I landed on home soil again, everybody starts talking about, okay, what's next? It's the other side, and I'm like, whoa. I just beat Robert Whittaker, one of the greatest fighters ever,
Yes.
and one of my heroes. I am not going to be talking even about the other fight right now.
Yeah.
I want to, just for this week, give me to just celebrate this.
Yeah.
But I want to do, but
Yeah.
Just
maybe
to
work out
yeah.
the jet lag
jet lag,
first.
all
Yeah.
that stuff. But maybe next week I want to go for a week, take a week and go recharge the batteries because, like we said, this also July now in 7 days.
Yeah.
Officially marks my 10-year as a professional
That's
fighter.
insane.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
so 21st of July.
that's
I was 19, 2013. Yes, when
That's
I made
insane.
my professional debut. So that's a biggie for me. It's
Yeah.
been an incredible journey so far, and
That's awesome.
yeah, look at where we are.
Something I saw quite a lot on social media for everyone back home here. You had a supporters jersey launch just before the fight, which is awesome. I haven't gotten mine yet, but it's very sick. Can you tell us more? Because you lost all your luggage. Can we just quickly chat about that?
No. I didn't lose all my
Okay.
luggage. I didn't. Lose
Your
my
brother
luggage. My
lost.
my luggage.
So just please tell us how did that happen? Because I'm pretty sure you wanted to wear that jersey today.
I wanted to wear the jersey, really badly. I actually wanted to, but so it's not like we checked in our luggage and they lost the luggage.
Yes.
He got into.
So he got the wrong flight time.
yes.
So instead of being there at 9 o'clock at night,
9 p.m. He went at 9 a.m. Okay.
yes, went to
He
the
had all the
airport.
luggage in with him.
Yes, he was
So-
standing in a random parkade. as
He
well.
was in a parkade in front of the airport, not like in the airport.
Yes.
And when the Uber came to collect him, he got in and started loading the luggage, but obviously halfway through he was over it and he just forgot 2 bags.
So they were literally just 2 bags in a parkade.
That's what I'm saying.
and he
So
drove
I mean,
away.
what do you say? He's my brother, you know.
So the
Well,
jersey is in there.
That's long story short. Jersey's in there. That's
Yeah.
why I don't have my jersey on
Yeah,
today.
so one of the items of 2 quite big bags included.
Yeah, I guess. Well, look at it this way. There was not a lot of washing to be done. When
that's always a bonus. You can and also if Donald Trump covers your fine, then you can use that money to buy more clothes here in South Africa.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
I did not want to say.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Stillknocks, for being on the show. I really appreciate it. Again, we went 4-0. We went 4-0.
En vir julle wat nog nie weet nie, is tyd dat julle begin weet.
Ja,
MSP. Nail ons dit.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this episode. Next up, we have a Q&A. It's going to be fun. Enjoy. Cheers.
Cheers.